Hi everyone and welcome back to Kingdom Wealth Creators. A lot of times people ask me what sort of stocks I invest in, and I do tell them certain stocks that I keep looking at to make sure that I invest at a good level. And so on Friday, I invested in something that we all know, quite familiar with, and that stock is Kotak Bank, which is one of the largest banks in India today. And on Friday, I decided to enter into Kotak Bank. Now, the question is why, right? So the basic reasons are a couple of these. And one of the reasons is that the results that Kotak Bank came out with in the last week were really good, really good. Let me just quickly show you what those results were. So if you look at this was the Q4 results that Kotak Mahindra Bank had declared. The profit jumped 65% year on year. And what was even more better, you can see here, was the net NPA. In a time when NPAs are actually rising, NPAs meaning non-performing assets, when loans are classified as bad loans and might not be repaid, they become NPAs. And because of the pandemic and a lot of issues that come from people unable to paying their loans, a lot of these loans would have been classified into NPAs. And a lot of banks are reporting NPAs on the rise. But Kotak Bank came out showing that their NPAs have been cut down by almost half. And that was one of the most stunning pictures that we got from their results in Q4 last week. A few other things that stand out from this quarterly report is that their NII, or their net interest income, rose by 18%. It was another stunning growth over there as well. And overall, the bank has really done well in the last year, especially in this Q4 results. And that made me realize, hey, Kotak Mahindra Bank is doing quite well. And it's actually, in a sense, even on par or even outperforming some of its peers like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, and other banks as well. Let me quickly also show you the financial performance of Kotak Bank. Okay, you can see here that the profit has been increasing steadily over the last few quarters. Okay, if you look here, this is from 2011. You have the last 11 years of performance. You can see here that every year there has been an increase in the profit before tax, and in fact also the net profit after tax. You can also see that the earnings per share has been steadily increasing. If you look here, you can see that the compounded profit growth for Kotak Bank has been roughly 20% every year, whether it is over the last year or if it's over the last 3 years, over the last 10 years. It's a very steady growth. And all of this shows me that this bank is performing very well actually. But it's also one of the most underrated banks in India today. Most people say that the stock price is overvalued, and so it is difficult to enter such a stock at these levels. And a lot of people would rather prefer to get into an HDFC Bank or an ICICI Bank over a potential Kotak Bank. But Kotak Bank has one of the best managements that we know of in India today. And they are very careful in the sort of loans that they give out, the clients that they have. They're a very conservative bank, and yet they're performing on par or even better than some of their peers. And so this brings me to the stock price right now. Now, if you look here, the stock price currently for Kotak Bank is at 1,775. On Friday, I entered it at about 1,772 for about 2.5 lakhs. I bought about 150 shares. What made me decide on entering this? Okay, fundamentally, we already looked at the performance, the quarterly results, all doing really well. And yet, there is an issue when it comes to its price. Now, let me show you what is happening here. Okay, way back in, this is October 2021, Kotak Bank hit a high of 2250 or so. Since then, it has seen a steady decline, and today it is at about 1,775. In fact, that's almost a 30% decrease in its stock price over the last 6 or 7 months, right? Yet, at the same time, the results have been quite good. Now, we've seen a similar pattern in the share price, in the stock, a while back. And this was, if you look at this, was from Jan to August 2021. And you can see that it was in this range, it was forming a channel, and then it broke out and it went on to hit its high. Okay, at that time the price was around 1,800 when it broke that channel. Today you can see that this channel is getting formed again slowly, and so I felt, especially in the last 2-3 days when the entire market was tanking, you can see that over the last 3-4 days The stock market went down from 17,200 to about 16,300. Okay, the NSE, the Nifty lost about 900 points in the last 1 week, and yet at the same time, the if you look at Kotak Bank, it was the only bank that was holding firm, even when every other bank came under a lot of selling pressure. A lot of the Nifty heavyweights came under a lot of selling pressure. You can see that Kotak Bank was holding strong. So there's definitely a lot of support at this level of 1,700 to 1,780. Secondly, there's this trend line that has been there since October 2021. And so you're looking at Kotak trying to break out from that trend line. So this is a good formation of good, there's good buying support. At the same time, good results. Thirdly, there is a trend line that is looking to be broken. And so all of these factors made me decide, hey, Kotak Bank seems to be good to hold for the short term, to the long term, definitely long term as well. And that is why I have decided to enter at this price. So if you're seeing this, this is not a financial advice for you to go out and buy this stock. I am not a financial advisor or an analyst. I'm not registered with SEBI. It's just my thoughts on why I have entered Kotak Bank. I have put my money into this bank, into this share, because I think that it will do well in the long term. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understood and learned something from this video. Please do your own research and figure out if this is something that you also want to do. But as far as I'm concerned, I feel that Kotak Bank is doing extremely well, and it has a lot of legroom to run up. The share is at a very good price right now. There's a lot of good support here. A lot of buying interest has been seen. It's about to break a trend line, and I definitely see that the long-term prospects of Kotak is going to be good. Thank you so much.